short game. Get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Greg Rousseau able to stay with the quarterback. He runs him down for a loss of 9. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run it with Henry. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 10.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll be back in Baltimore after this. It is 3rd and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. He's going to have a Ravens first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a first.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Bernard off the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
He's going to go right back to Henry. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Real quick. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Hey, Alpha, sit up.
2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Throwing Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
A first down throw for Jackson. The left side into the hands of Hopkins.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. Talk things over before third down.
Ready, shot. Get out. 180. Cut.
Jackson. Forced out left. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Loss of 2 yards. It's fourth down.
The Bills going to use their final timeout here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
There's nothing worse than having to settle for a field goal when you're in the red zone. So they roll the dice here, they leave the offense on the field, and boy, does it pay off. Great job by the quarterback extending this drive with his legs, and he sets up first and goal.
First and goal, and it's Henry. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
Bishop on the tackle. A 4-yard gain.
Here now, second down and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Henry will take this one into the end zone. It's a Raven touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Makes the score. Ravens 7, Bills 0. Tyler Luke to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
They're on the 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
319.
Throwing right away is Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
On first down, it's Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup of 9. He's going to set up 2nd and 1.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Maddennn! Hey, hold. Done. Look up.
To the air. On 2nd down, here's Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. First down. Allen. The pressure. Too much. And he goes down. Kyle Van Noy in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive. Allen now on 2nd down. Open is Knox over the middle. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Now Allen facing 3rd and long. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. From the gun. Throw here for Allen. Down the field. He's got the hook up to Shakir. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Finally seems that this offense has found their rhythm after what's been a really slow first 2 quarters. They're hopeful that this series can be the spark. They continue to be efficient in the passing game and go finish this drive.
To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. Out to his right. He runs with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
Round 80.
And in motion is Coleman. Allen going to give it to Cook. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the Ravens' 15-yard line.
Stop. Half. 5 wide.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one taken in. Tyrell Shavers. Touchdown, Buffalo.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The extra point by Bass is good, and the Bills will level things out at 7 apiece.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter underway, and here's Henry. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On the give, here's Henry.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
A massive play here. Late, tie game, 3rd down.
13.
Now, Jackson. Forced out wide. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Henry. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. And will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Now, a big third down. They'll let the fullback try to push the pie. And he will have the Ravens first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
All they needed was a couple yards. But he was prepared, Mike, to dish out all the punishment he could to anyone who stood in his way. And with that mindset, it's no surprise to see him convert for that first down.
Henry. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll try to power ahead with Ricard. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to win the game. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
To return, here's Ray Davis. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Maddennn NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Great, set. On anyone, huh? 73. 73.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Crowd left Yanni. Great, set. On anyone, huh? Crowd left Yanni. 63.
Hurts now from the gun. As his target, it's Johnny Wilson. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Crowd left Yanni. Great, set.
Working inside the red zone. Completed to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Brought in. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, Brock, this was the type of start we expected, right? Given the lopsided matchup we've got. Now it's up to their opponents to start giving them a challenge. Keep this one competitive.
Easier said than done, and you know that, Kate, playing as severe underdogs on the road. How they respond on this next drive is going to be really telling for the direction this game goes.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. Waiting their turn on that sideline. You'd have thought they'd be focused in and ready for this, Brock, but instead, their very first snap nearly ends with them giving it away.
Well, thankfully, somebody was focused and quick thinking to get back on that ball. And you got to settle down. You got to get back to that script and flush that negative play away.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this.
Ready.
Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They start out with 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's caught for the 1st. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles just need 2 snaps to steal a lead.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on the fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body to try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Moore with a return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Let's go.
Another carry for it. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and short. Daniels escapes the pocket. Now he'll fire it deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Kyle left Yeti. 73.
Hurts looking to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Kyle left Yeti. Kyle, there you are. Hey, 73.
Hurts. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Great, set. Hey, easy, 63.
Hurts on 1st down. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. It's a sneak. Hurts. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, that fits under the umbrella of some coaches just don't want to mess around. That's about as conservative as it gets. Instead of taking some shots, which you could do in 2nd and short, they decide to just move those chains.
Go Silver, ready? Yeti.
1st down throwing from Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Trimmer. 73.
QB sneak coming. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Throwing here, Hurts. Dump off caught by his back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw, Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get some late points and the lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the check.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Stephanie. Cougar 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Trap 60. Trap 60. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 18. Pioneers.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. It's Cox. This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
Come on. Hey.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Dumps it off to his running back. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Dumped off to his running back. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Warriors 70. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Daniels now on 1st down. Running right side by McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Daniels is going to throw again. Short pass brought in. And he gets this forward to the 19. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half.
Move the chains. Gotta move them chains. Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
Bigsby with the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. He's out of bounds on that return, Brock, because that takes us into the break. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Handoff on second and short. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
It's Krosky Merritt on third. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
Let's go now. Dragons, Cougar 19. 60 Bobcats, 60 Cup 19. Cup 19.
On first down, here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. Escapes the defender. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from the 32.
Ready.
From the gun, a run for Krosky Merritt. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Bronco 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Into the hands of his running back, Krosky Merritt. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on third down. Third and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Buying some time left. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
No toss it. Crap. On anyone. Crowd left, Yanni. You on left.
Hurts now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. He's out in the clear. Inside the 25. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now lead by 10. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin-off, pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and then he can do his damage big time.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11.
Commanders 17. Jake Elliott to kick off for
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. Let's go. Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. Dragon 60. Ready.
Daniels setting up the play action. Headed out right. Has a man, it's Hurts. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Daniels on first down. He's trying to push the field. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Let's go now. 77 Wolf. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
2nd down and 10. Daniels bails out of the pocket quick. That one's complete, right side. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Seven Pirates.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Complete out to the right. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders now within one score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop.
And it's no good. Not the time you want to see the extra point off the mark here in a one-score game in the fourth. So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. Bigsby with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Good. Hey.
They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Great. Set. 180. Call up Yeti. Alpha. Dice right. Delta.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 2-possession game here in the fourth. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Slot man motioned over.
Hey, 73. Delta.
Hurts looking to throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. So the 2-point call does end up yielding 2 points, but it's definitely not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
No, I don't think it's the first thing on the audience mind as they get ready to run it, but it's definitely on the defensive mind to make up for the touchdown they just gave up. They're looking for opportunities to affect the score, and this time they were able to.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, Panther 11, 19 Lion, 18 Pioneer.
Out of the gun, Daniels. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Commanders losing by 9. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Cooper to Jean and to pick it off. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked it down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia The Eagles could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Set up for the two-point conversion.
63, 63. Easy, 63.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Doesn't like what he sees, so he got a touchback. And they're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Cup 19. Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Ready up.
Play fake here. Daniels flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it, and he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen. He got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Play action now with Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected decision-making there. Coming off the pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
70 Timberwolves.
Now to throw. He has the first over the middle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
That's good for a Commanders.
Daniels now on 1st down. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Cutting in the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Tebow Samuel, the touchdown. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
The score, Eagles 40, Commanders 32. Jake Moody to kick off.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Hey, great. Anyone here? Hey, no touch.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. I wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Great, set.
Man in motion, out of the slot.
73, 73. Hey. Hey, 73, 73.
You're going to pass it here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Washington calls it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. Continuing to dig. He's inside the 25. And fly, Eagles fly. He gets him the first down, partner, and that's going to seal this win.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti.
He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Go Silver, ready? Hey, easy, 63. Do on left.
Here he is to throw. He's got Smith again. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal.
Trimmer.
Setting up to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take it to...
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Elliott connects there. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
It's all set for the kickoff. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
Come on, come on. Hit. Cowboy 80. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in a game that's already decided. All right, one more snap to play here.
Red. 70 Lions.
Here he goes, one final shot. Vacates quickly left side. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete. But no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. See this in every sport, Brock. You come in as a big favorite. You want to make a statement, right? Get a convincing victory. And they were able to achieve that one here.
Yeah, especially at home. It just means a little bit more when you protect your own turf in any sport, but especially in the NFL, where you get, what, about 8 or 9 of these, maybe more if you get home playoff games. Playing this way,